Hey guys, Redbeard the Medic here. Not going to be going live today. I'm a little bit under the weather. But as promised, Preceptors, I'm calling you out. So somebody wants to ask me what my thought process is when I'm precepting a student. And might I say that in a lot of ways we do it wrong. The first thing you should know about your student is you should treat them like a potted plant. If you take the time to nurture them and you water them, you'll see them grow. And oftentimes they'll grow beyond your expectations. But on the other side of that, if you just leave them to their own devices and you don't take care of them, you don't nurture them, you teach them very little, what you will see is A, you'll see them close off. B, you'll see their drive diminish. And with that drive comes the ability to care for the patient. So treat them like a potted plant. Take care of them, nurture them, much the same you would your own children, right? You teach them how to ride a bike. You teach them how to shave. You teach them how to apply makeup for you. You teach them all of these things. Um, Take the time to teach them the right way to do things the first time, and you won't have to worry about them anymore. So the first thing that I want to say is you are not your student's superior, nor are they your inferior. They are taking time to learn from a mentor, in this case you, and you owe it to these students to give them their best shot at success in this job. Looking back, I think that we could all agree that we had at least one or two preceptors that didn't really care about us, right? Didn't really seem like they wanted to be there, didn't want to be teaching, made it seem like we were infringing upon their downtime. And so we were an annoyance, an inconvenience. They're not an inconvenience to you, or they shouldn't be. You, as a provider, should want them to do well because eventually somebody's going to have to take your place. Somebody is going to have to step up to the plate when we can no longer do this job. So we owe it to the patients to make sure that the clinicians and the providers that we are turning out are good at what they do, are good at assessments, are good at applying critical thinking skills. Critically thinking is one of the most important skills that we possess, and it's what we want our students to possess. That said, don't cast your student aside. Don't let them just watch. Don't let them hang back on calls. Involve them. Make them a part of the team. Once they've observed a little bit and once they have that baseline knowledge down, let them function as your EMT under the supervision, of course, of you and your EMT. Let them function as an EMT. Let them do those BLS skills that they're going to have to do in the field. If they're going to screw it up, you want them to screw it up while they're training so that you can show them the right way to do things. And if you don't show them the right way to do things, those bad habits, and more importantly, your bad habits, your positivity, your negativity, that's going to rub off on them, and they're going to carry that throughout their whole careers. So make them a part of the team. Involve them. Be the preceptor that you needed when you were new. We've all been in their shoes, guys. We've all been the student. We've all felt like we didn't know anything. And it took somebody putting their time and effort, investing time in us to cultivate the providers that we are today. If you're not doing that, please let somebody who's going to precept these students. You don't deserve to have a student if that's your mentality. If you view them as an inconvenience, if you're not willing to go the extra mile to invest time in them, don't precept. You don't deserve to precept. At the end of the day, if they're struggling, we need to be the ones that are investing that extra time. If you're not on a call, take the time to identify the areas that they're struggling in their academic pursuits as well. We owe it to our patients to do our very best by our students each and every time. Don't browbeat them. Don't yell at them. Don't treat them like shit. Because if you do, you're going to kill their drive for the job. That's just the way that it is, guys. We have to do better about this. And that's the best way that I think that we can do that.